Okay, Annie's going to help me with this. She's over here. She's going to help me with this product unboxing. And this is not the video that I am going to produce. I want to produce a video about this for everyone that includes a little bit of background of what is in this box and why it's important to me. But that's not what this video is about. This video is purely about opening it up. Not going to go over any of the features or anything. This is just one of those stupid watching somebody else open a box thing to see what he's got. It's kind of like sitting around Christmas morning going, I'm drinking my coffee while everyone else opens the boxes. Let's see what they got. So let's see what we got. I guess I will tell a little bit about my background. So when I was 11 years old, I walked into a Radio Shack and I said, I want to talk to people all around the world. And I bought a book on ham radio, amateur radio. Now, back then, what you had to do to get your ham radio operator's license was pass what they called, I think it was a novice license, or novice. And there was a Morse code requirement, but I think it was optional at that point. And there was some kind of perk or kudos to actually passing your test and passing your Morse code test at the same time. Prior to that, you actually had to pass your Morse code test to be able to get into what's in this box, which obviously I'm giving it away. It's a ham radio, so let's look at it. First, we're going to talk about this. This is the first thing I got in the mail. It is a stylus pen because what's in this box has a touch screen. I don't want my greasy fingers all over it. Now, this is really cool because I was like, it's just a pen with a little capacitance thing on it, and you can use it on the iPhone or whatnot, but it's more than that. There's the traditional one that you see. You get them at the trade shows. They usually come in really short sizes, have a little thing there, you can touch it on your screen. But on the other side of this, the cap pulls off, you've got this disc. I'm not sure it'll focus. So you've got this disc, and it flexes. It flexes with the screen, so you touch it up with the screen. And what it is, it's a much finer point. It's not an Apple, and the cap can go, it's magnetized so it can go on either end. I put it on the end with the disc to protect it. It's not an Apple stylus, it's not a Surface Pro stylus, it's not battery powered, it's none of that, it's not Bluetooth. It's a simple capacitance thing, the same as your finger touching the screen with a little bit more precision and no grease. So I'm gonna use this to keep the screen clean, and bonus, I've actually been avoiding the touch screen on my laptop because I don't like getting greasy fingers all over screens. So as a bonus, I'm going to get to use that. Let's look in the box. This one's by, are we still recording? Okay. So I did a trick. I've got the back side of the iPhone camera facing this way, and then I turned on the watch to act as a screen, and it went and timed out on me. I didn't think about that. So where's that? So what I was using the Apple Watch for was the actual kind of a viewfinder to the screen so that I can see if I'm in frame. Like if I'm over here, that doesn't do you any good. Not that you want to see me, you want to see what's in the box. Why am I slowing you down? Let's do it. All right, so stylus. Oh, this thing's heavy. That Apple Watch screen's gone again. So, always cut away from yourself, never towards yourself, never towards the dog. Not too deeply. Literally 40 years in the making. A little more than that, actually. So what happened with me was when I was 11, I walked into the Radio Shack and I got overwhelmed. The book wasn't a book on teaching you about radio. It wasn't anything but teaching you to pass the test, which was what most of the things. You go out there to most of the apps on the phones, most of the websites teaching you about ham radio are teaching you to pass the test. That's all they're teaching you. They're not giving you knowledge. What they're giving you is the ability to get the license so that then you can then practice and get the knowledge. I prefer a guy out there named Michael Arnett who is, he runs fasttrackham.com. And the nice thing about Fast Track Ham is that he uses a pedagogy and actually teaches the material. I came out of that course feeling like I knew radio instead of just knowing how to pass the test. So when I was 11, I was overwhelmed, couldn't memorize the frequencies because it was just memorizing test answers. I wasn't old enough or mature enough to understand what to do with that. So then I got into college and I was like, I'm gonna do this again. And I didn't take it seriously. Here it is. Oh, wait. Let's start off with this. And so in college, I bought some materials. I kind of haphazardly looked at it. Never took it seriously enough to actually get the license. This is a power supply, by the way. So let's jump over this for a second. Switching power supply. You should get a linear power supply. I was getting overwhelmed with the amount of outflow on this. So I went a little cheaper. I got a switching power supply. May get replaced with a linear power supply later. But all the reviews and ratings on this one, the Alinco DM30, seem to be good. We'll find out. The problem with inexpensive power supplies is that they'll create noise that your radio will pick up, and you don't want the noise. You want a nice, quiet, clean signal. Manuals, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing manuals right now. All we're doing is looking at cool stuff. This one comes with your standard computer cable. These things breed in my garage. And then here it is, this beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork. Oh, I love that new electronic smell. Should have done this as like a TikTok live or something. And so here it is, just you got Anderson power poles, 2 of them, on-off switch, your adjustable voltage, your noise offset. This is adjustable voltage, or if you need 13.8, which is what I need, you just leave it in the 13.8 position. You don't really need the screen, but some of them have gauges, which are really cool, and this one has a screen. Then, of course, on the back, you've got 2 more type of connectors where you can put a wire in there. Theoretically, I think you can plug straight into it too. So this is a 30 amp power supply. It's going to do everything I need it to do, which what I need it to do is power the radio long enough for me to get on the air. All right, let's put this back in said box. Close up said box. Cord, cables, and close. All right, that's beautiful. The other thing that's in the box is bubble wrap for stress relief later. And let's start off with this beauty. Oh, this is the Icom 7300. Come on. There we go. So, very straightforward. Right there's the radio. This is the parts box. We'll pull that out first. In the parts box itself, you're going to find cables. So there's your headphone jack and some adapters. And you'll notice ham radio is not about just having everything working. Here is an adapter with a bunch of wires. And over here's your fuses. Ham radio has always been about electronic experimentation with radio frequencies and stuff, figuring out what we can do. And so we have to build things. This is the microphone right there. You can upgrade the microphone, of course, get a desktop microphone and whatnot. If you do that, make sure you change your settings in your radio for the microphone you get. And these are some heavy-duty Anderson. Remember I said, well, they're not Anderson. This one goes in the back of the the back of the radio. And you'll notice that you have wires here that will either go on the back of that power supply, or I'll put Anderson power pole connectors on it and plug it into the front of the power supply. So that's what's in this box. Then the rest of the radio is right here. It's got some good heft to it. I may have to stand up for this one. So it comes out. Looks like manuals are underneath of it. And then we're gonna bring it out of the foamy stuff. It's got some tape on it. This is that white foam that's gonna tear a whole lot, so I'm not gonna be able to do this unboxing video twice. And this is the piece de resistance. This is the radio. Little dials. Oh, it's got such a good, love the smell of electronics. Such a smooth, so smooth. And so volume over here, when you turn it on, you want it all the way down. Your squelch, you're gonna want up. Here's where your microphone goes, headphone jacks, all kinds of dialy things on the back. This is where your power plug is gonna plug in, that you're gonna hook up to your power supply, which again, you have to wire. This is where your antenna goes. This is grounding. You have to be properly grounded. You can't just walk downstairs, plug this thing in and start using it. You gotta get an antenna hung, you gotta get it grounded. I have no idea what this is. Computer, USB to computer. Again, I guess I can read. It looks like external speaker, remote control, Morse code key right there. Yay! Looks like send and ALC. I have no idea what those are. Looks like you could plug this up to a tuner. This is ACC, so this is an accessory jack. This is USB, A to B. External tuner, power ground, antenna. Oh, I'm so excited about that. What a good feeling device that is. Okay, let's put that back there. I'm not sure, I don't think that's how it went in. That's how it goes in now. And there's manual under there. So the next period of my life will be spent reading that manual. So the radio goes in the box like so. Where's the other piece? The lost piece. There it goes. So that goes in like so. There we go. These will go in there. Radio is reboxed for storage until other pieces get set up, which is, right here. Folded dipole antenna. That thing is 80 feet long. It's going to be mounted about 40 feet up in the air. Hopefully it's going to be hidden in the trees. This is the one choice I'm making that is going to be great for me, great for the radio. Might not have been the best choice, because I could have gotten something smaller and more discreet, but less effective. So we'll see. I'm not opening this in case I do decide that I want something different. Oh ho ho! Stickers. DX Engineering gave us stickers. There's more in there. I like stickers. That's it. That's the new toy. When will it be operational? Sometime after the air conditioner is operational. Priorities.